Your mind is your primary asset, so be very careful about the kind of advice you allow into it and where it comes from. Just as we put locks on doors to prevent unwanted entry, we need to protect our minds so that inappropriate messages do not contaminate them. We all have within us a winner and a loser in constant struggle. It's about mastering the mind in such a way that the desire to win is stronger than the fear of losing. 99% of success depends on your mental attitude and how you approach life. The most powerful asset we possess is our mind. Financial freedom is not just about money, but a mental, emotional, and educational process. Wealth is a state of mind. The recommendation is clear. Invest in your mind and your pockets will fill. Ever imagined uncovering the secrets of the greatest minds in the world effortlessly? It may seem incredible, but now it's a reality with our kit of 100 summarized books that includes audiobooks and PDFs of the most valuable parts. Learning has become more accessible than ever. Don't miss this opportunity. Get your kit by clicking on the first link in the description. Your wealth or poverty is the result of who you are, not what you gain or lose. It's a matter of mindset, life philosophy, of how we face reality. Ultimately, it's a matter of attitude. Money without financial intelligence is quickly lost. Likewise, the lack of money with financial intelligence allows for recovery sooner or later. Therefore, what matters is learning how the money game works. Many people are poor because they know nothing about money. In school, we learn to work for money instead of learning how to make money work for us. That's the power of money, and lack of knowledge is what explains why there are so many smart and poor people in the world. Never say, "I can't afford it," and switch to "how can I get it?" The former invokes sadness and distrust, leading to hopelessness and sometimes depression. The latter question opens up possibilities, emotions, and dreams. I say this many times in all my speeches. There are no limits. The only limits are in the mind. The phrase, "I can't," turns strong people into weak ones, blind into people who can see, sad into happy people, makes brave ones turn into cowards, takes the shine off wisdom, and limits the students of that great person who lives within us. Words are energy. They create reality, so we must be very careful with them. It all comes down to studying, experimenting, failing, learning, and coming back without giving up until we find the dreamed path. If you truly want to make money, don't allow yourself to make excuses and strive to find alternatives to achieve it. The number one factor in becoming rich is having the determination to want to be. An asset is something that puts money in your pocket. A liability is something that takes money out of your pocket. That's actually all you need to know if you want to be rich. Simply spend your life building assets. Financial freedom seeks to earn more, spend less, and live better. To do this, you need to focus on building a set of assets that generate recurring income to cover all expenses, whether you're working or not. This is a fundamental difference between some people and others. Rich people focus on their asset column, while the rest of people focus on their income column. It's the difference between working for money and making money work for you. Money won't make you happy if you're an unhappy person. Although money is important for everything, its absence has a more negative impact below a certain level than its positive impact above that level. Below a certain level, the scarcity of money causes unhappiness. But above a certain level, the presence of money no longer brings happiness. Happiness is primarily a state related to who you are. From a certain point, it's personal. If you're not satisfied with yourself, you won't be more satisfied with more money. You can temporarily satisfy your dissatisfaction, but never structurally. If your goal is to make money to outdo others or show your worth, money will never make you happy. Being disciplined provides a good quality of life. My poor dad thought money made you rich. My rich dad said financial habits made you rich. And there are two especially important financial habits. Firstly, the habit of saving to invest in the future. It's not important how much money you make, but how much money you save. For this, it's essential to be disciplined in setting aside, without excuses, a monthly percentage of earnings. An important difference between the rich and other people is that the rich buy luxuries last, using passive income, while the rest of people buy luxuries first, using active income. Thus, the ability to save is limited. You need to be a long-distance runner and have a medium and long-term mindset. The second important habit is investment. Money needs to be invested, knowing that interest generates more interest. This is the magic formula of compound interest. The larger the capital, the larger the base upon which new earnings are calculated. And for this, the best ally is time. The earlier you start, the sooner you will achieve financial freedom with much less effort. Don't believe what we've been told since childhood, that God wants us to be poor is not true. Many of those who are wealthy today had little or nothing to eat at some point in their lives. That moment of scarcity was the turning point for the success they have achieved today. Notice, while you feel hunger, your mind is active seeking solutions to that problem. At that moment, you come into conflict with everything you have been programmed with. That's why those who don't want you to be rich try to instill fear and alleviate your hunger. That's where the news and recommendations come in, that it is necessary and vital to seek a secure job. The educational system was designed to teach you to be an employee, doctor, lawyer, or specialist, but never about money. The educational system was designed to keep you at best in the middle class or in poverty. I have met many people who say they cannot afford something. They think I am made of money. In fact, my father, who earned a doctorate with much effort, used to say in front of any request, "Who do you think I am? I can't afford that. I don't earn enough money to buy this or that." And so their words became reality. In contrast, my rich dad, instead of saying he couldn't afford something, asked how he could pay for it, how he could make it happen, etc. Pay close attention. Poverty will always be among those who declare poverty, for that is where it begins. Words turn into reality. A question opens the mind, a statement closes it. So when you say you can't afford something, the mind closes and you become what you say. Einstein said that imagination is more important than knowledge, but knowledge empowers imagination. Think about it. Poor people are often selfish, always complaining about their problems, constantly focusing on themselves. No one can or should contradict their excuses and supposed reasons why they are not successful. While they are focused on themselves, they forget about others. In contrast, the way the rich become rich is by ceasing to be selfish and solving other people's problems. That's how value is created. An example is, if you care about the cancer that afflicts thousands of people, and if you could cure that cancer today, you would become a billionaire. The difference between any venture or business where money is important is that investing in yourself is not just about money. It's about acquiring knowledge, forming habits and strategies that will improve your quality of life. Following this line, there are 4 points to move away from the selfishness of poverty and embark on the fascinating world of personal and financial success. 1. Program yourself by visualizing success. If you've played sports in childhood, you were probably asked to imagine yourself lifting the trophy or winning. Does that sound familiar? The reason why we all hear this at some point is because the power of vision is strong and effective. Successful entrepreneurs spend time imagining, creating, and exploring within their minds. Thanks to this practice, entrepreneurs become innovators. Using your imagination is a powerful asset to which only you have access. There is no limit to your creativity or ability to create abundance with a solid vision for success. 3. Keep things simple. You might think that the rich are born with incredibly complicated lives that make them so effective. This is incorrect. In fact, simplicity is the key to wealth and success. Creating simple routines helps to avoid the mistake of overwhelming oneself. If every successful person tried to take on every challenge and push beyond their capabilities, they would feel overwhelmed and unable to achieve anything. Successful people know that by setting boundaries, they become more efficient and effective. 4. Keep curiosity alive. Stress can be a barrier to success. Successful people recognize this and ensure that they are always busy. That's why we hear about the rich working 24 hours a day, 365 days a year. They do this because they want to. They are happy doing what they love. I encourage you to adopt one or more of these 4 points and make them part of your daily routine if you want to become a successful and wealth-creating person. I'm leaving you with 2 great video options. Choose one and stay with me a little longer. See you soon.